Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm gonna just hurry up with the intro bit today because I just want to get into the video. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing a cage setup video for Oreo, and I'm going to be making it a little bit Halloween themed, as well as just adding in some new things to his enclosure. He hasn't had a lot of change for a while in that enclosure, so I feel like it's time to mix some. It's time for a bit of a mix up for him. And yeah, I'm just going to quickly start off with showing you the enclosure and then we'll get on with the video. So just from the side, this is how his cage looks right now, and I'll just give you guys a very quick cage tour. So here we have his multi-chamber hideout that I made. A little tunnel, a platform with a bowl and a hide. We have a little tunnel that I bought, a little DIY that I made, and a branch, grapevine branch, benny bridge, water, sand which I will be changing out, his wheel, cork log, hide, 3D printed hide my friend made, and cork, and a candle holder from Home Bargains, I think. Just toilet paper roll as well, willow ball, and some shoes scattered around. And yeah, so it's not necessarily a bad setup. It's just a bit of plain. He doesn't have a lot of bedding, so I want to add a bit more in, and also just be giving you guys some tips how to make your cage a little bit more Halloween themed or autumn themed if you like. Okay, so I've taken everything out of the cage except the sand bath, which you can't really see, but I'm going to get rid of this sand bath. I'm going to get him a new one. And Oreo is in a little travel cage on the side, which you can't see, but I'll show you guys later. And yeah, I'm going to now switch to a voiceover so I can just do this. So I started out by emptying his sand and also throwing away the container, since these are one of them containers you can use for barbecues and you can get them at the store for quite cheap. But I decided to throw them away because they were quite flexible and bendy and would break really easily, and I'd have to get new ones like every month or so, so I just decided to switch to a plastic container. And then I'm just kind of surfing through the bedding and just kind of looking out for any soiled areas. He really is quite clean when it comes to his cage, or at least I can't really tell where he's peed, whereas he doesn't poop that much. I also do kind of just mix around the bedding, and I do end up throwing away just parts of it because I wanted this to be a bit more of a thorough clean. And yeah. And then I'm using some Chipsy Classic bedding. These are, I cannot remember off the top of my head what shavings these are, but I'll put them on the screen. And I'm basically just adding what I've got left in the bag. I am kind of slowly adding it in because I wasn't originally going to add the whole bag, but then I was just like, I barely have any left, I may as well. So I'm just crumpling that up and mixing it in, and then eventually I start flattening out all the bedding to kind of make it more or less even everywhere, which is something in the previous setup I didn't have. I had a lot of like bumpy areas and areas where part of the cage was higher, part of the cage was lower. And then I go in by adding some Katie Clean and Cozy, and I don't know why I dumped it in the middle of the cage. I end up putting it all on the side, just because that's mainly where he sleeps. And this is one tip I'll give. If it's currently autumn or winter for you, make sure to add more paper bedding, especially if you use wood chips, since paper bedding does not hold warmth as easily. I'm just digging a hole in the bedding, which, because I forgot about this hide that I made, it's just a little cardboard box with some holes I cut in, and the dyes are safe because it's a food product, so they'll be safe if you choose up. And although Oreo doesn't dig that much, if he finds it, he finds it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And then I had to steal the chamber hideout off him because he had it in his carrier, and I'm just slowly putting it back in the same place as it was and filling it up with some of his old bedding, just because that's where most of his scent is and that's where he slept, so I just made sure to put that back in. And then I put in this DIY platform that I made. It does have stilts made from lollipop sticks, so I made sure to dig it in the bedding so it would be more stable. And this is the new sand bath that I got for Oreo. It is a bit smaller, I think, than his previous one, but although he's a Robo, he does not actually spend that much time in the sand. I've seen him rolling in it a few times, but his wheel's in there and that's the main reason he's always there. And because I had a bit too much bedding, obviously because the camera angle, you can't really see what I'm doing, but I just ended up moving some bedding and kind of just deciding where I want to put everything. And now I'm gonna just leave with the voiceover, and I'm just putting in all the items and deciding how to set up the cage. I forgot to show this to the camera, but I made a little pumpkin hide. This was inspired by Robo Hamsters, and I will try to remember to link the video down below. They made a mushroom hide, but I just used the same technique to make a pumpkin one. For the Halloween theme, I have a mug filled with some cardboard chips for another texture, and I also sprinkled in some food so he can look around and forage for that. Another item that I had previously used with this skit is this ceramic pumpkin, which I think I got from Poundland. I'm not sure, I got this last year, so I don't know if they still sell it. I also got this white pumpkin from Asda, and they also have different colours. I just decided to get white, and as well as a little chew I got from Pets at Home a couple years back. And this is the final setup. So as you can see, there is not that much bedding, but instead there is a similar amount, but instead I made sure there's bedding all throughout the cage, which Oreo does burrow a little bit, but he doesn't make super tunnels. He just kind of burrows down a bit to fall asleep. So there's still somewhat bedding, and there is more towards the back. And this is just an overview glance. Here he has his multi-chamber hideout with a little hideout on top that I put, and some sprays. Then we have this pumpkin hideout that I made. I coloured this in with some Crayola markers because I couldn't find any Crayola paint, but that's completely safe. It's water-based, non-toxic, all that. There's a tunnel and a munchkin pumpkin. These are completely safe. Just make sure that your hamsters can even nibble on them. I think Oreo did nibble here a bit. Just make sure they're obviously don't have any like bugs and stuff, obviously, and that they're not going moldy or anything. This is a platform that I made with a tunnel attached, and it's got little dowels on the bottom. There is this little pumpkin. Now this is, I'm not sure what material this is. I think this is foam. As long as he doesn't bite on it, I think it should be completely fine. We have his bowl here and a little chew. We have this little tunnel that I bought from Pets at Home. It was half price. It was a bit broken, but I just fixed up with some hot glue. Then we have his cocoa soil, and it's covered by some rocks and bedding. And then I'm going to put his bottle there. I might put it a bit higher just so it's not like super low to the ground. We have a sand bath and his wheel, a little ceramic pumpkin, and a mug, a ghost mug with some cut up cardboard for another texture, and I put some treats in there so he can go forage. And then there's the big cork log and a grapevine branch, and that is pretty much it, as well as some cork there and some hay there, and there's also herbs and sprays scattered around. So now I'm going to put him in and let's see what he thinks. I think he actually has just fallen. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't fallen asleep. He is there. Let me just take. Hello. Oh, he's trying to start digging up because there's not much place for him to hide. Hello. Hello, Oreo. Hello, come out. Go back to your cage. Okay, I'm gonna go get him. And here he is. I need to be careful so he doesn't jump off. And I'm just gonna put him down. And yeah. just doing a little scavenge around. He's probably gonna start running on his wheel because his wheel is kind of his comfort item. He always does run on it when he seems a bit stressed. So that's very loud, but yeah. I almost forgot, I got this really cool chew toy from Pets at Home. It was quite expensive actually, it was like £3 for this. But I need to find somewhere to put it because I feel like it's really cool. It's got a bunch of different textures and I hope Oreo does like it.